This rant video, I will be kvetching about fat shaming. I'll try not to make it too long, and not that that's that hard, but I sure could. Hell, I can make a mini series out of part 3, part 4, and stuff. A few years ago, someone online, I commented about their fat shaming comments. Some comment about fat shaming. I remember commenting and him saying, "But we have to fat shame fat people because we have to force them to live a healthier lifestyle." But you can't really force people. I mean, it's their lifestyle choice. And I once saw an info. It was an infomercial, but I could kind of relate. Where some woman said she used the product, a weight loss product, because people tend to treat you like a bad person if you're overweight. And I'm like, unfortunately, there's some truth to that. I think that or an earlier infomercial I saw started with a big woman talking about all the things she tried to lose weight. She said, I guess losing weight isn't in the cards for me. Well, I can certainly relate to that. All that matters to me is if someone chooses to try to lose weight, they try to lose weight. You never know if you're going to succeed or not. One of my pet peeves about it is people totally second guess you and they can insult your intelligence. Those of us that have pot bellies, we've been suspected of drinking too much beer, even if we hardly drink any alcohol. So that person didn't know what the hell he was talking about. So it's dumb. I hate it when people tell me, "What'd you have for lunch?" Because even if it was something healthy, it wasn't very big. And one time, all I had was a Slim Fast shake, and not even a handful of peanuts. I mean, isn't that ignorant? And the joke isn't completely on me. Joke isn't completely on the skinny people, for God's sake. Well, it doesn't mean you have to get all belligerent anytime somebody talks about your weight, even if they're a loved one or something that just likes doing that jokingly. I mean, one of my relatives is real into it. He was always telling me, I had the biggest belly, so they had to get me on the dance floor, and he just he's a favorite uncle because he's very loving toward everyone, but that's just unnecessary. And I know it's only human to feel on the spot when people talk about your weight, but and I might mention that I'm trying to lose weight, but I'm careful not to say it like it's an apology just to shut them up. That's just my opinion. So, it kind of, people act like if you're overweight, you did it on purpose, even while you're trying to lose weight. I know they have no way of knowing unless they saw that you lost weight. They have no way of knowing that you're trying to lose weight. That doesn't mean you're trying to gain weight. So, some people, everything's about whether someone's skinny or not. So, I'd like to see some of them really fight, have be overweight and be fighting it and fighting it and fighting it, and just being pretty much characterized by your weight. There was an otherwise cool coworker of mine that was into telling people right in front of me how big my belly was and that I was fat and all that. And I knew if it bothered me more, it was unnecessary. But if it really bothered me, I would have just gone to human relations. Would have gone straight to HR. Even the coolest people have, understandably but unnecessarily, told me I looked like I went to a buffet, and it didn't matter if I had a salad for lunch. Not they, they didn't know, and they probably wouldn't believe me if I said that. So I don't know if I need to say more. One time, I'd look at my belly and say, "Man, I'm a giant," or "I'm a slob." And one of my ex-girlfriends said, I know you're self-conscious about your belly, but a lot of us were taught to be that way." So she said, "But I think you're perfect." And let's see, she said, "You're not a slob." So anyway, yeah, even someone that's witty, funny, caring, affectionate, educated, you know, but who's overweight, they could get. Sometimes they could get a woman. So anyway, one of the late gossip, I shouldn't say gossip, but those Dear Abby or Ann Landers, they once said that there's no point in nagging someone to lose weight. It doesn't work. You're barring maybe some exceptions, but they suggested some compassion for people that are struggling with their weight, and a lot of people aren't going to get serious about nutrition. They might cut down on carbs and take supplements, but there's so much temptation all over the place. Even if you just have a candy bar once in a while, and almost everything has carbs. I mean, a lot of sauces have sugar, for gosh sakes. So, and I mostly eat a little more than salads for lunch, and sometimes I have to take a break. So anyway, that's my you know summary type kvetch. So just think, people. Ciao.